Hi, this is James Gordon of our Total Library here with appreciation video. On this day, we lost the beloved writer Robert E. Howard, who was born on January 22nd, 1906, and died on June 11th, 1936. He is regarded as the father of sword and sorcery, as well as a bunch of other genres he wrote. His most known characters are Conan the Barbarian and Solomon Kane, and a whole bunch of others. Today, I'll be going through the book style of Robert E. Howard. Before I begin, a little bit of background on Robert E. Howard. He was born in a small town in Texas and had a keen interest in reading adventure stories, and that sparked his interest to become a writer, and was dissatisfied with a bunch of part-time jobs, and he began publishing stories for Weird Tales, which he wrote all the way up to his death, and a whole bunch of others. And when he wrote Conan the Barbarian, that was his big hit. All right, and now on to the books I own of Robert E. Howard. This is the first one, Conan the Barbarian. This is the collection of all 10 stories written by Robert E. Howard. This collection was published by Preman in 2010, and it's got all 10 stories of Conan the Barbarian. The Hyperborean Age, Shadows in the Moonlight, Queen of the Black Coast, The Devil in Iron, People of the Black Circle, A Witch Shall Be Born, Jewels of the Gathera, Beyond the Black River, Shadows in Zumbamba, and his most well-known story in the Conan series, Red Nails. I have read this years ago, and this is a really fun collection. I would definitely have to read this again. There's a lot of fun reading these stories. Okay. Also, the Conan Barbarian, I have the comics, Conan, with 3 comics in hardcover, all published by Dark Horse. And I actually haven't opened this before, so this is the first time opening this. Oh, it's got okay. This has 3 comic illustrations of the characters. So, okay. First one is Conan the Barbarian, or Chronicles of Conan. I kind of don't remember where I got this from. I think I got this at Comic-Con or something. Wow, this looks great. Wow. So there's that, and then there's Solomon Kane, a guy that hunts like evil, travels around the world hunting down evil and stuff. And I read some Solomon King stories, which are good too. And this one, Kull, or Kull? Kel? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but there's this comic. Oh wow, this one's really old. Tell by the artwork in here. This looks great. Okay, can't wait to read these. Right. Okay, and now this is related to Conan. The Savage Sword. This is part of a long-going series. I don't know if it's still going or not. This is volume 16, and this is all black and white. Oh, this looks nice. Definitely will check that out. Okay, and now these are not written by Robert E. Howard, but these are written by other authors who continued the Conan Barbarian series, as a lot of his works after his unfortunate death, a lot of his works were unfinished. So his closest friends took upon themselves to finish his unfinished work. But anyway, this is Conan and the Amazon. This is the continuation of the series by John Maxadox Roberts. Really nice cover art. Nice cover. This is published by Torg in 1995. Okay, next, Conan the Savage. Again, just really nice cover artwork. Now this was written by Leonard Carpenter, and this was again published by Torg in 1992. Okay. Okay, and is this part of the Conan series? Okay. Okay, I don't know what. Okay, I don't think this book is part of the. Okay, I think this is part of the Conan series, Echoes of Valor, and this was edited by Carl Edward Wager. Okay, so this has a story by Robert E. Howard, The Black Stranger, and then two others by Fritz Lambert and Henry Cutter. I guess these are stories of Conan or something. I actually don't think this is part of the Conan series, but anyway. Let's see, published by Torg in 1987. Okay, so that's not part of the Conan series, but this is. Okay, Conan the Triumphant. And this was published by Robert Jordan. And this was published by Torg in 1983. 1983. And the last one, Conan the Invincible. Again, published, written by Robert Jordan, Torg in 1982. So that's all my Conan stuff I got. And these are the collections of short stories by Robert E. Howard. First is The Savage Tales of Solomon Kane. And this was published by Del Rey Books, and it's got some lovely illustrations too. This was okay. This was published in 1998. First printed July 2004, and this has stories, all the stories of Solomon Kane, and also includes the memoir Robert E. Howard by H.P. Lovecraft, who was good friends with Robert E. Howard. It was part of H.P. Lovecraft's circle, a bunch of writers that joined and got together and discussed story ideas and stuff. I definitely have to read this again. I remember reading some of this when I first got this. It was really fun to read. Okay. Next, Robert E. Howard. Okay. Kull, Exile of Atlantis. And I really don't know much about this character, but I'll have to read it. Okay. This was published by Del Rey. And again, it's got some nice illustrations. Okay. Skip it. Okay, this one was published in 2006. I'll have to, like I said, I have to read through these. There's a lot of stories to read through, as he did write a lot. Okay. Next one, Sword Woman and Other Historical Adventures. Well, this is a really big, beefy book. Published by Del Rey. And this was published 2011. 2011? Yeah. 2011. Yeah, let's see. I don't know any of these stories. I've only read the Conan, some Solomon Kane, and some horror stories that he wrote. Okay. Okay. Next. L. Brock and Other Desert Adventures. The guy on the horse looks like Clint Eastwood. Really does look like Clint Eastwood. again was published by Del Rey, and this was published in 2010. And it's got the dates too when all these stories were published. Were originally published in Weird Tales or other magazines that Robert E. Howard submitted his work to. Okay. All right. Next, this is Best of Crypts and Shadows, Volume 1. And let's see, again published by Del Rey. Kind of looks like Conan, or this could be a different character that's kind of similar. I don't know. I have to read it. And this was published 2007 by Del Rey. All right, what's this? Okay, this one I did read a bit of. The Horror Stories of Robert E. Howard, with his character Solomon Kane. And this was published by Del Rey again. Oh, man, I love the illustrations in these things. They're absolutely beautiful to look at. Okay, published by Del Rey in 2008. And I remember some of the stories were about werewolves and other supernatural stuff. Definitely will have to read this again. Okay, and the last book I got by Robert E. Howard. Okay, our Best of Grimlands, Volume 2. This looks like this one's about pirates. Yep, it's definitely about pirates. Okay. Published by Del Rey in 2007. All right. Ugh. All right, that's all the Robert E. Howard stuff I own. It definitely would be cool if I could find some of those like Weird Tale magazines and have like the original magazine that the stories were published in. But I imagine those go for a lot of money. And find one for finding one in good condition would be probably a nightmare to find. Probably hurt my wallet just trying to buy one. But who knows? I'll keep my eyes open to see if I can find more Robert E. Howard stuff. This guy wrote a lot of stories. It's unfortunate that he committed suicide when his mother was feeling very ill. And had he not committed suicide, I think he would have lived on and could have went somewhere with his career, as he was at the height of his peak of his career back in 1936. When his stuff was really starting to take off. As for films of Robert Howard's work, I have seen Conan the Barbarian with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Excellent movie. I have not seen the sequel, though, Conan the Destroyer, because they basically took a R-rated film and made a shitty PG-13 version, which we all know with a PG-13 rating, you can't show a lot or do a lot with it. Or, however, you can do whatever you want. And there is another film I heard that's actually good. It didn't do well, but it's getting a call following the Solomon Kane film. I'll have to check that out. Anyway, that's it for the video today. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you have not heard of any of these stories by Robert E. Howard, I recommend you check them out. They're very good. He's an excellent writer and very creative imagination, too. A little update on the Kill Riff. I will read as much as I can and have a review up of it soon, and then I will begin reading Snow Crash and this horror novel I got planned as well. If you like this video, please like it, share it, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, Autora Library, and the Facebook group name is the same name as well, a place you can post, share, and review fiction. Until then, I'll catch you later.